If you step up the self-education curve, you will come up with more answers than you can use. Your personal philosophy is the greatest determining factor in how your life works out. Discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built. Lack of discipline inevitably leads to failure. The greatest gift you can give somebody is your own personal development. I used to say, if you will take care of me, I will take care of you. Now I say, I will take care of me for you, if you will take care of you for me. The rich invest their money and spend what is left, the poor spend their money and invest what is left. Indecision is the greatest thief of opportunity. Seek other people's advice, but don't take orders. And don't take 100% of anyone's advice. Make sure every decision you make is a product of your own conclusion. Be a student, not a disciple. Something will master and something will serve. Either you run the day or the day runs you, either you run the business or the business runs you. If you are not financially independent by the time you are 40 or 50, it doesn't mean that you are living in the wrong country or at the wrong time. It simply means that you have the wrong plan. What you give becomes an investment that will return to you multiplied at some point in the future. It's not what happens, it's what you do that determines your future. Learn how to turn frustration into fascination. You will learn more being fascinated by life than you will by being frustrated by it. You cannot take the mild approach to the weeds in your mental garden. You have got to hate weeds enough to kill them. Weeds are not something you handle, weeds are something you devastate. One of the greatest gifts you can give to anyone is the gift of attention. Learn to hide your need and show your skill. Life is worthwhile if you try. It doesn't mean you can do everything, but there are a lot of things you can do, if you just try. You need courage to be creative. You need the courage to see things differently, courage to go against the crowd, courage to take a different approach, courage to stand alone, if you have to, courage to choose activity over inactivity. If you make a sale, you can make a living. If you make an investment of time and good service in a customer, you can make a fortune. Successful people have libraries. The rest have big screen TVs. It isn't what the book costs. It's what it will cost you if you don't read it. One of the best places to start to turn your life around is by doing whatever appears on your mental I should list. Never begrudge the money you spend on your own education. Don't use your mind for a filing cabinet. Use your mind to work out problems and find answers. File away good ideas in your journal. If you wish to have power and influence over the many, be faithful, disciplined, when there is just a few. If you have a few employees, a few distributors, a few people, that's the time to stay in touch and be totally absorbed when there is just a few. When somebody shares, everybody wins. If you wish to find, you must search. Rarely does a good idea interrupt you. Often, the most extraordinary opportunities are hidden among the seemingly insignificant events of life. If we do not pay attention to these events, we can easily miss the opportunities. You can change all things for the better when you change yourself for the better. There is no shortage of opportunity. There is only a shortage of those who will apply themselves to the basics that success requires. Don't let the learning from your own experiences take too long. If you have been doing it wrong for the last 10 years, I would suggest that's long enough. Books are what you step on to take you to a higher shelf. The higher your stack of books, the higher the shelf you can reach. Want to reach higher? Stack some more books under your feet. Reading is what brings us to new knowledge. It opens new doors. It helps us understand mysteries. It lets us hear from successful people. Reading is what takes us down the road in our journey. Everything you need for a better future and success has already been written. Learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want. Good people are found, not changed. Recently I read a headline that said, "We don't teach people to be nice. We simply hire nice people." Wow! What a clever shortcut. Profits are better than wages. Wages make you a living, profits make you a fortune. You cannot speak that which you do not know. You cannot share that which you do not feel. You cannot translate that which you do not have. And you cannot give that which you do not possess. To give it and to share it, and for it to be effective, you first need to have it. Good communication starts with good preparation. Pity the man who has a favorite restaurant, but not a favorite author. He's picked out a favorite place to feed his body, but he doesn't have a favorite place to feed his mind. It is how we feel about ourselves that provides the greatest reward from any activity. It is not what we get that makes us valuable, it is what we become in the process of doing that brings value into our lives. Nothing teaches character better than generosity. Lifestyle is the art of discovering ways to live uniquely. The greatest source of unhappiness comes from inside. If the truth isn't enough, then you must become stronger at presenting it. The worst kind of arrogance is arrogance from ignorance. There are 3 things to leave behind: your photographs, your library, and your personal journals. These things are certainly going to be more valuable to future generations than your furniture. Vocabulary enables us to interpret and to express. If you have a limited vocabulary, you will also have a limited vision and a limited future. Life is not just the passing of time. Life is the collection of experiences and their intensity. Average people look for ways of getting away with it, successful people look for ways of getting on with it. Philosophy is the sum total of all that you know and what you decide is valuable. Success is not something you pursue. What you pursue will elude you, it can be like trying to chase butterflies. Success is something you attract by the person you become. If you don't change your approach, then you will never change your results. The more you care, the stronger you can be. Take advice, but not orders. Only give yourself orders. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Since I will be no one's slave, I will be no one's master." Your family and your love must be cultivated like a garden. Time, effort, and imagination must be summoned constantly to keep any relationship flourishing and growing. The reason why most people face the future with apprehension instead of anticipation is because they don't have it well designed. Time is the best kept secret of the rich. Let the views of others educate and inform you, but let your decisions be a product of your own conclusions. The most important question to ask is, what am I becoming? Attitude is greatly shaped by influence and association. You only have to solve 2 problems when going to the moon: first, how to get there, and second, how to get back. The key is don't leave until you have solved both problems. Character is a quality that embodies many important traits, such as integrity, courage, perseverance, confidence and wisdom. Unlike your fingerprints that you are born with and can't change, character is something that you create within yourself and must take responsibility for changing. The question is not whether the formula for success will work, but rather whether the person will work the formula. There are some things you don't have to know how it works, only that it works. While some people are studying the roots, others are picking the fruit. It just depends on which end of this you want to get in on. Jim Rohn.